everybody does. And you know it, right? And so, like, seriously, if you're a sibling, you know who the favorite child is. Everybody does. I've got 5 siblings, we all knew. But
Mm,
you know what? She helped my mom a lot, so
mm,
nobody nobody was upset about that. Not that we didn't help her, but she lived really close, and we
yeah.
all lived, a few hours away, so we weren't
Mm,
there every day.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I just think that's fun, the most potential. That's
That's
really cute.
terrible. That's terrible. I feel like I probably just do who is ever closest to me.
Well, if they're sitting on either side of you.
Oh gosh. Ambidextrous.
Or you're asking someone in front of you, "You don't have a small child, can you put a mask on this one?"
Yeah.
But you still made a choice, right? So it's interesting. Interesting. Okay. So another one is please make sure you take all your belongings with you. Anything left behind will be distributed evenly among the flight attendants. Please do not leave your children or spouses.
Oh geez. Huh. That's funny.
But you know what? Like you say, it gets everyone's attention and
Oh
makes
yeah.
you laugh.
Oh good. It says that we are live again. The issues are fixed. I see Twitch is working now. Let me just refresh YouTube here. Is this one working? Yes, it is live. So we are good. We are back everywhere on all the platforms, which I will go through at some point soon.
Momentarily.
Momentarily,
It's
yes.
9:15, so I will wrap this up pretty quick here. I'll just
Mhm.
find some really good ones. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to share some words with you, all that my father shared with me on my 18th birthday. Pack your bags and get out.
Wow.
That was after landing in an
That's
airport.
awesome. That is awesome. You know what? People just putz. Like you get the people who stand up and think that they can go ahead of everybody, which is drives me crazy. I like even if I'm not in a rush, I'm getting up in front of that person just because like out of principle, sit
Yeah,
your ass down.
exactly.
Honestly. But yeah, other people though, it's like you realize I'm standing here and there's 75 people behind you and you're just casually doing this. Oh, I gotta open it up and look. I
Yeah.
get people
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. The
Or
last flight I went on.
they take one out, they look at it. Nope, that's not mine. They put it back. They take another one out. Oh, no, no, that's not mine. They go back to the first one.
Yeah.
They're still standing there, perplexed, like they don't know what their luggage
Yeah.
looks like. God, for the love of God, pick
Yeah.
one. I don't
And
care.
then they want
Walk
to
later.
open
You can
it
do
in front of everybody. Like put it on your lap and sit your butt down.
it.
It's so frustrating. NPCs, man. Everyone is an NPC. Telling you.
Yeah.
Everyone
Oh
is
my
just
God.
living in the simulation, like
Oh,
background noise.
when you're in like there were some crowds when I was in Europe, and it was like
Mhm.
NPCs, and
Oh yeah.
it's amazing how your perspective shifts when you look at people like that.
Mhm.
Yes, it was
Mhm.
quite the experience thinking about that. Okay, so after some heavy turbulence, the pilot comes on and says, "That was a rough one. Since you all survived, we expect you to keep all the promises you just made."
Oh, geez.
And I'm thinking, oh my God, and half the cabin is instantly regretting,
Oh, yeah.
exactly what they just,
Totally. Oh my gosh, I hate turbulence. I hate it. I never have been afraid of flying until 2018. We went to Dominican, and somewhere between Dominican and Toronto, it just hit a pocket and it just dropped. And the
okay,
flight attendants fell, like
oh,
people
yep,
flew up. And luckily, like this is why you have to have your seatbelt on.
yes.
But then I was crying and I was like, I'm not getting back on. So we land in Toronto and I'm like, I'm not getting back on. I can't. And my husband's like, we live in Alberta. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna set up shop here in Toronto. It was terrifying. It was so
Yeah,
scary. And ever since then, it's been, 7 years. I'm a little freaked out. Anytime it starts to shake, I'm a little freaked out.
it, I had that experience too. We were coming down over the mountains, going I believe, landing in, oh, I can't remember where it was, but we were coming in over the mountains,
Mhm.
and just as we were coming over the top, boom, it dropped. I thought we were going to crash right into the
Mm.
mountain.
Mm.
Oh my God. It was
Terrifying.
crazy. Yeah, it was absolutely
Absolutely
terrifying.
terrifying. Yeah.
And like you say, the flight attendants went flying. I don't know who fell or didn't, but because I just put my head in my hands, I thought we were done.
Yeah.
And kudos to the pilots. I don't know what they do to correct that. I don't know how they do it or keep their cool, but
Yeah.
man, yeah, because
It was
I mean, if we go down, they're going down.
literally. I
So
was
there's
watching
got
a
to be,
thing yesterday that said Like planes, you do not survive. Like if a plane goes down, it does not matter what row you were in. It doesn't matter if you're first class or the back. You're dying. Like
Yes. So there was two people that survived plane crashes relatively close,
mhm.
like within 3 or 4 months or something,
Mm.
and they were sitting in the same seat on the plane.
Whoa, the
So they're
golden seat.
well, that's what they said. They should airlines are now going to charge more for that seat because you know, there is a chance of survival. But I mean, it was a fluke both times, guaranteed. If it
Yeah.
starts happening on with regularity, yeah, that seat will be,
Wow.
so expensive.
Totally. Well, I was also going to do a story, and I don't know why I didn't, but it was talking about how, obviously when you crash or you hit the ground or whatever, the plane just crumples and everyone dies. But
Mhm.
they're actually looking into designing uh, a thing, removable, and removable doesn't seem like the right word. Like like the whole cabin where people are sitting will like break away from the plane upon impact and then or upon failure, and then all of these parachute type things come out and then it like drops the cabin down.
So that's so that would that be similar to when astronauts come back from outer space and they're in the capsule, and because their capsule breaks away from the
Yeah.
spacecraft and then they
Yeah.
land in the ocean. So would it be similar to that?
I would imagine so. Yeah.
That's
No, I
interesting.
mean, the internet is full of lies these days,
Oh,
so I really have no idea.
no.
Yeah,
What?
what? You're telling me that everything I read on the internet is not true? Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, it seems like a great idea. So, what is Ron saying? After doing research, there was a victim of the Brown University shooting this week that was in school when the Parkland shooting happened. So we're now living in a time where we have victims of multiple shootings. When
Wow.
the Parkland shooting happened. Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Crazy.
That is crazy.
Way to like kill the mood,
Very
Ron.
sad.
Jeez.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
We're
already
just talking
killing the
about
mood
how
with
to
my next
how to
story.
how to save people in a plane crash, man. Come on.
Ron, use your timing.
Exactly. Read the room, Ron.
Read the room. Yeah, no, my next story is a sad one as well. So it's going to be a bit of a dark cloud on today's show, but it ends on Home Alone facts. So
Perfect. Well,
we'll,
my two
we'll,
stories are happy, so we're okay.
good. Awesome. Do you have any more of those?
Okay. Oh, I've got a whole bunch, but I'll just
Okay,
give you a couple.
let's do one more and then we'll get on to the social media promo.
Okay. So instead of doing one more, I'll tell you what actually happened in to the CEO of Ryanair in Europe. Ryanair is everywhere.
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
So, and it's a budget airline. And so he went to eat at a restaurant in, I think, where was it? In Ireland.
Yeah.
So the staff decided to surprise him with a little bit of extras added to his bill. So because they earned a reputation for tacking charges onto all its low base
Mhm.
fares, so they charged the CEO of Ryanair for extra leg space, priority booth seating, a quiet area reservation, and they
Wow.
marked the receipt as Terminal 1.
Oh my gosh.
And he got a kick out of it. So he took a picture with one of the staff members after, and they held up the bill and yeah, so they put that on posted that on their social media, and they posted, "Thank you, Michael O'Leary, for choosing to dine with us tonight. It was a pleasure to host you."
That's awesome.
Yeah, so a little bit of fun poking, at the airline industry. So I thought that
Mhm.
was really good. That was
Cool.
really good.
Love
Okay.
it. Those are awesome. Well, now I wish I did do an airline topic, but anyway, that's fine. If you are watching live, which we are again, you can find us on Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, Kick, Twitter. Find us at Rhode Island Broadcasting for these three right here. Kick, YouTube, Rumble. You can find us at RI_broadcasting for Twitch, and of course on X at Broadcasting RI. Follow, like, share, subscribe, get the bell, whatever it is that lets you know that at 8 a.m. Mountain, 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern, we are live every day except for Friday. You can also listen to us after the fact. We are on iHeartRadio, TuneIn, Red Circle, and Spotify at RI Broadcasting. You won't be able to see us, but you will be able to hear us on those platforms. You can find us on any or all of our social medias. Now, Ron said he's going to cull it, I believe.
Oh,
So
okay.
maybe not. We're on MeWe, TikTok, LinkedIn, Space Hey, Blue Sky, Parlor, Gab, Hey, Space Hey, which
Space
we
Hey.
realized I signed up for Space Hey. It's literally MySpace. It's
Oh, is
literally
it?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So those are all at RI Broadcasting. Of course, our Patreon, where you can get yourself some swag at RI Broadcasting, keep the show in business, and on Twitter X at Broadcasting RI. Now you can also find us on our Facebook. If you don't have me, we LinkedIn, TikTok, all the things. You probably have Facebook, and you can find us at the Going On Daily Morning Show. You can follow us there so that we can go live again. And over here, oh, I'm backwards. Under Sharon, support the show at rhodeislandbroadcasting.net, where you can, of course, get all of our social media info that I just went over. You can vote for the Hall of Fame. You can donate $10 million. So there's a lot of info there. And then plus all of the shows, including your show and my show, are on
Exactly.
there so that you can see what the heck we do outside of
Yeah,
Going On Daily.
exactly. There's a
And of
lot.
course,
Ron does a lot throughout the week.
oh my
Holy
gosh, Ron is
smokes.
so busy. But here's the Hall of Fame here. For this month, we got Madonna, Janet Jackson, Whitney Houston, Tina Turner, Pat Benatar. Now, I heard you saying when I first jumped in the studio that you were shocked it's not Tina Turner so far.
Yes, I'm really shocked, actually. I thought it would be between Tina and Whitney.
Me
But
too.
Pat Benatar's
Pat,
leading.
I know. Like
Who
all the
knew?
boys are choosing Pat. So obviously I said like she's like some wet dream from the 80s or
Yep.
something.
Well,
These boys are excited about her. So
they're all
yeah.
fired up.
Yeah. So you can get your say. Vote for one of these ladies at rhodeislandbroadcasting.net.
Perfect.
All right. Well, are you ready to be saddened? Ugh.
Not
So
really, but go.
not really. Okay. So as we, or well, maybe you knew or maybe didn't know if you've been watching the news, uh, Rob Reiner, beloved
Mhm.
actor, director, was brutally murdered in his home on Sunday. Here he is. Oh, again, I'm backwards. Here he is right here. You may recognize him. You may not. If you watched All in the Family back in the day, he was Meathead. He was Archie
One of the
Bunker's son-in-law.
best shows ever.
Oh, so funny.
They got
Uh,
away with so much on that show.
yeah.
Holy moly.
Oh, totally. Which
Wow.
is crazy to think of like how left wing or like liberal he became, like how he could possibly be on a show like that. But I mean, it was the 70s. So
And wasn't that his first big
I think so.
acting
Yeah.
break? Was All in
Yeah.
the Family? Yeah.
For sure. So you may look back and go, ooh, they go, I was on that. People were allowed to say that back then. But yeah, Rob Reiner. So I'll give you a brief overview. So he was born in 1947. So yeah, he was in his 70s, but I mean, really people are living to 100. He still had 25 years left in him.
Yep.
You know?
And they're
And like I
health-
said,
a
what's that?
healthy life. Sorry, they're living a healthy life to 100.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Hmm.
So, I mean, it's super tragic that he was in his 70s and being murdered. You know, he could have lived another 20 years, but he died just this past Sunday. He was a respected filmmaker, actor, producer, writer, activist, very outspoken. He gained fame, like we said, as Meathead in All of the Families in the 1970s. But then he went on to become a director, and he directed some insanely huge movies. I didn't realize the amount of movies. Like I've known Rob Reiner. I've seen All in the Family. I know pop culture, right?
Yeah.
I had no idea that he had directed these movies. Things like This Is Spinal Tap, Stand By Me. Oh, you're doing a top 5 tomorrow. Smart. Good one, Ron. Princess Bride, When Harry Met Sally, A Few Good Men. He won awards for some of these
Yes.
movies.
Yeah.
Was nominated for Oscar for some of these movies. And he was also the son of comedian Carl Reiner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this is what happened, or at least what we know so far. Rob, and his wife, Michelle, were found tragically in the afternoon of Sunday, December 14th, in their Los Angeles home with stab wounds all over. The couple were discovered by their daughter in their home. It says Rob, 78, Michelle, 68, had died from these stab wounds. Police had treated the deaths like a homicide. I mean, I was reading this and I was like, how could they not be treated like a homicide? How you stabbed yourself? Like your body won't let
Exactly.
you do
Yeah.
that. Okay. Like something would stop you if you try to do it yourself. So obviously this was a homicide. The Los Angeles Police Department's robbery division was leading the investigation. So, I mean, that would make sense in Hollywood. Yeah, you're going to break into a celebrity's home. You're going to kill them. You're going to stab them. you're going to steal their stuff.
Right.
Right.
Targets.
However, later on Sunday, their son, Nick, was arrested. He's 32 years old. He was taken into custody on suspicion of murder and was booked with a bail set at $4 million. I don't get why you even set bail for that, but
Well, because it's suspicion.
yeah, I suppose. I guess they don't have the proof. But
Yeah.
I mean, he's from a rich family. Maybe he has a trust fund. He just posts his $4 million bail and disappears.
Yeah.
Flies to a beach somewhere and never to be heard of again. I guess Nick, the son, had a documented history with addictions, substance abuse, homelessness. And I guess he'd even worked on this autobiography or semi autobiography film with his dad about these challenges that he had had. Yeah,
Wow.
so it's from 2015 or 2016, this movie called Being Charlie, and you can actually see, what he's gone through. Authorities have not yet concluded the investigation or announced formal charges, but legal proceedings are just in the very early stages at this point. I think we're definitely going to get more information as the next couple days go on. There have been rumors, though. A lot of people are coming out saying that these are false claims that are circulating online, saying the story is made up. But these are actually not substantiated claims at all. Like we said, 5 minutes ago, the internet is full of all kinds of BS.
Absolutely. You just
So
don't know, actually.
you
It's
really
hard to
have
know.
no idea. I mean, there's been a lot of hoaxes over the years. Britney
Yeah.
Spears is dead. Paul McCartney's dead.
Yes.
Name them all. They're all dead. You like, even if you Google someone's name, it'll come up someone dead, and then you click on it, and
Yes.
it's like, this person's not dead.
No, because they have to write. They actually have obituaries ready to go for all the famous people. Like they're ready to go because as soon
What,
as
really?
someone, yeah, as soon as someone passes away, they've got all their information out there for everybody to see. So they are all, and they update them as they
That's
do things. They
very
continue to update them.
creepy. I
Yeah.
had no idea. That's so weird.
Hmm. Yeah. In news outlets, like in radio and TV stations, there are people that's part of their job is to update the obituaries of living people.
Oh
Mhm.
my gosh. So then what, they would just quickly add the manner of death to it, if that at all, or they'll just
Yep.
say so and so has died. They're
Yep.
known for this, this, and this. Wow, that's crazy. Oh, Danny's here. Hello,
Hey,
Danny.
Danny. Nice to
Yeah.
see you or have you. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for being here on YouTube. Glad YouTube's working. So, anyways, verified reporting from major outlets confirm both deaths are legit, and police are continuing to investigate. So, I'm sure that we will hear all kinds of things, like I said, in the next coming week or weeks. Tragic. This has been a
Yeah.
weird, tragic year for celebrity deaths. And I'm not like a huge celebrity lover by any means. I'm too conspiracy minded for that. But,
Me too.
but
I'm on the same page.
yeah, right. Uh, But like, it's been weird. Like and I know that they're just people and people die all the time and you don't think anything of it, but it's just major celebrities have died this year. Major celebrities.
Okay.
And from some pretty horrendous causes.
None come to mind. Can
Gene
you?
Hackman,
And what happened?
well, his wife was found dead in their house, and then he was also found
Right.
dead.
That's
But then
right.
their time of
Yes.
death was different, and it sounds like his wife may have had something happen, and because he was kind of old and senile, he just wasted away in the house alone.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
yeah, Ron
Now I
is
remember
doing
that.
a in memoriam New Year's Eve show. We do that one. Well, we did it last year. And actually, we've been doing this. Have we been doing this since 2023 or 2024? Now I can't remember. Either way, we definitely did it last year. So where we go through all the celebrity deaths. So it's a sad one for
Yeah.
sure. It's like you
Yeah.
put it all in one place, and you're like, oh, like Anne Burrell. If you're into the Food Network, that was a huge one for
Yes.
me.
I loved her. She was my favorite
If
on the
you
Food
just
Network. I
poofed your
really
hair,
liked
you would have the same hair. You
her.
just
Yeah.
spiked it straight up.
Liked her
Yeah.
straight up. Yeah.
Yeah. So really strange. The son did
Mhm.
it. Yeah, that's right. Murdered his parents. It's awful. So,
God, I hate
anyways, we
it.
will see what else comes. Like I want to know why. When somebody kills somebody, I want to know why. I've been mad at my parents. Never, never like
Yes.
this.
And the other thing, when someone kills someone, I always feel sorry for the family that's left
Yeah. Well,
because
yeah,
how
the
do they
sister.
deal with that? How do they how do they pick up the pieces of their lives and move
For
on
sure.
without, and some families forgive
Yeah.
and other families don't. So I
I
find
think
that interesting as well. I
you
don't know that I
have
could.
to forgive to just release yourself of the burden. Otherwise, you just feel it every day. But man, is that hard. I've never been in this situation. So I can say, like that right now, but I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know what I would do. I really don't, but it's
Brutal.
interesting, and I really feel bad for this, for the people left behind.
Well, I mean, and the daughter found him or
Yeah,
them, sorry. And it says that he has two other kids. One of them was this his stepdaughter. He had adopted her, and I can't remember the name of the lady that he used to be married to. Um, his ex-wife was one of the Laverne and Shirley people.
oh really? Okay.
I can't remember their names. I was just reading about it. She
Peggy.
had she had died in 2018.
Okay.
She was very well known. Anyway, that's his ex-wife, and so her daughter is his adopted daughter. So I mean, there's, they have quite a celebrity family here. But yeah, what's Carl Reiner to Rob Reiner, and this is what you do to the family. Who knows what it's like at home? Who
Yes,
knows?
you don't
You have
know.
no idea.
You really don't know.
I was reading more about the son, and he had said in an interview years ago, like, I need to stop what I'm doing. Like, I was raised in a nice family. There's no reason I should be doing drugs and spending time on the streets. So who knows? Who
Good.
knows what went on in his world? But anyways, our
Absolutely.
deepest condolences to the Reiner family. Absolutely tragic. I hate hearing celebrity updates like this because nobody deserves it. It'd be tragic if it was a nobody,
Exactly.
but you almost
Yes.
feel like you know these people when you've seen them on film.
Yeah.
So
Well, so
yeah,
much of their life is in the news and in the media,
for sure.
and so they
Yeah,
share their lives with us.
yeah,
So it does, it does affect you to a
yeah.
certain degree.
It does. Totally
Mhm.
terrible. Okay, well, let's get away from tragic news here. You've got a bus story.
I
Wrong
do.
bus, Wally. I think this is a anecdotal from Europe.
Yes.
All right, let's
So
hear it.
in Europe, double-decker bus is just exactly like the one that Ron is. Well, not quite exactly like that, but
Oh,
a
I love
double-decker
that.
bus like that, and open top, and so there's sightseeing buses, excuse me, where they take you around to all the major attractions. They don't stop.
Mhm.
They just explain this is what this is, and they give an overview of when it was founded and what the history of it is, and then they
Yeah.
so what I would do is I would go on a sightseeing and check out all of the major attractions in that city. Then I would go on a what they call a hop on, hop off. So
Yeah.
it goes to all the major attractions as well, but you can get off at any one of them and get back on. So you can buy a 1 day pass, a 2 day
Oh,
pass, a
that's
5 day
cool.
pass. Yeah, so it's really cool. You can literally pay $30 and have
Wow.
free transportation for, 2 or 3 days. So
That's cool.
it's a great, great idea.
Canada would never have anything like that because it would take 4 hours to get to the next destination.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, it just, it wouldn't work.
No.
We don't have enough, well, at least Winnipeg doesn't have enough,
Things to see.
attractions.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right. And
so
Edmonton also.
it'd be a short tour. They'd
It
only
would
be able to
be.
charge $5 for it. Wouldn't even pay for
For
gas.
sure. For sure.
So I get on this sightseeing tour bus, right? So you can't get off, you're on for the duration. And the top is I'm one of the first people on, and it's a little chilly out that day. So I sit in on the bottom level of the double decker bus. But everybody's going upstairs, everybody's going upstairs. And so
Hmm.
there was me and three other ladies that sat on on the main area so that we could be warmer. And so that's fine. We're riding, and all of a sudden, the tour guide, as she's talking about all the various stops and things, and we can hear her talking to the bus driver. And she's like, "What? Really? Oh, okay." So then she announces, "Is there anyone who got on this bus who doesn't have a spouse? We
Hmm.
have the bus behind us has a lady who says she's lost her husband and thinks he's on this bus."
Oh no.
So she said, "If that's you, please come and see me." Well, 10 minutes goes by, nobody steps up. So she's like, okay, so maybe because we were in Madrid at the time, so she announced it in English and Spanish. So then she thought, well, maybe they don't speak English or
Mm,
Spanish, maybe because there's tourists from Germany, wherever. So she announced it again in English, Spanish, French, and German.
no way.
Yeah. Oh, they're fully like so bilingual. It's all
Multilingual.
bilingual. It's incredible over there. And so nope, nobody, another 10 minutes goes by. And like the tour is an hour and a half or something. So we're 20 minutes in. And so then she announces, so they keep radioing, the bus behind us keeps radioing them and saying, you know, this lady's getting really upset. She wants her
Oh,
husband off that bus, right? So she says, okay. So she's talking to the four of us ladies who are sitting on the, she's like, I don't understand. Why are they not coming? I said, well, I
yeah.
understand. He clearly is on a breakaway. Like this is what's happening right now. So I'm laughing. I think
That's
it's actually
hilarious.
hilarious. So she goes upstairs and starts at the back of the bus for some reason and goes to every seat. Did you lose your spouse? Do you have your spouse? Is your spouse with you? Do you know where your spouse is? And like she's trying to make it fun, right? Gets up to the front of the double-decker bus and there's a guy. And she said, is it you, sir? Have you? He goes, yes, it's me. But I'm fine. This is good. I am happy where I am. We're
Oh
good.
my gosh, he's been hiding out.
Yes, he's not going to give it up. So everybody, we can hear everybody laughing up there because she finally finds him. He
Oh
admits it.
my gosh. He was just like, I'm sick of this lady. Get me out of here. We're going to the same destination, but I need a break. You know, she probably
I,
just beep, 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 beep the whole
that's
trip.
what I think. I think so too. So everybody's laughing. And he's like, you know what? I just want to stay put. I'm fine. I'm enjoying it. Let's just leave it at that. And she says, I can't. Like, I need you to get off this bus because I'm getting in trouble. Smart man, Ron says. Yeah, I think so. So he says, okay, I'll be down in a minute. So she comes back down, waits another 5 minutes. He doesn't come down.
Wow.
So she goes back up and she's like, okay, sir, I need you to get off this bus. They're still radioing us. Your wife is upset. Please get off this bus. So he says, okay, fine. So she says, and so she's giving him instructions. We're going to let you off. It's about 5 minutes behind. Just stay here. They will stop at, we've already arranged it. This is the stop. They're going to stop here and pick you up. Okay, perfect. So that's fine. About 10 minutes goes by. And yeah, exactly, Ron. The wife was driving the other bus crazy.
Yeah, not
They were
just her
like,
husband, the entire population of that bus.
so everybody on our bus is laughing and talking about this guy, and you know, all the theories are flying around about why he didn't get off the bus. And when he came down, I noticed when he got on, because I was sitting right beside the stairs to go up, he had a pink jacket under his arm, which is not in Europe, is not unusual for a man to wear pink.
Yeah,
That
right.
happens all over the place. So he had a pink jacket under his arm and he was just giddy. And I thought, wow, that guy's having such a great day. Good for him. This is awesome. So now I know. And then when he came down to get off the bus, I was like, now I know why you're on such a great day. You're on a little breakaway. So about 10 minutes later, they radio us again. They're going to go, and they go, you're not going to believe what happened. So the tour guide says, what? And they said, he got on the wrong bus
Stop.
again, because it's about every 10 minutes that the buses depart. So they've got, 4 or 5 doing this tour every hour. So when his wife's bus pulled up, he wasn't at the bus stop.
Oh my gosh.
So that they have to keep a schedule. So they had to keep going. And then the next bus, he flagged them down and got on that. So
You think like he would have been like, is this the bus my wife is on? Are you guys looking for me? And they would have been like, no.
he clearly did not want to get on his wife's bus.
This
So
guy, she must have
excuse
been a nightmare.
the excuse he gave was he started looking around because he's a tourist. He hasn't been there before. That's what I think too, Ron. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And he started taking pictures with his cell phone and didn't realize that the bus had pulled up and was waiting for him. It was a little triangle, like a 20 feet by 20 feet. There, he could not have not noticed the bus pull up. Well, he
Right.
had to
Yeah.
have known. There was no way he didn't, because we let him off there, so we know what the space looked like.
Right.
And he said, he was just taking pictures and looking around at all the sites and the buildings and didn't realize. So when he saw the next bus, he thought it was that bus and he got on that. The whole bus is like, no. So she's announcing all this stuff. Okay, update. So she kept giving updates on this guy, right? Update. He's off the bus safely, waiting for his wife, and whatever. And then I forget what the second update was. Oh, the bus went by, but he wasn't there. Update. The bus went by to pick him up. He isn't there. We're not sure where he is, but he did not get on his wife's bus. We're all laughing. And then I guess all the bus drivers can hear all these, you know.
Oh my
So, oh,
gosh.
update. He did get on a bus. He got on the bus behind his wife's bus and
Wow.
told the story. Yeah, we were all just killing ourselves laughing.
I can't
So,
imagine being the people like on her bus though, because you've paid all this money for a sightseeing or a hop on whatever, but like
yeah.
you're now delayed constantly. And for you guys too, you're delayed because they need to stop here, they need to wait for this guy, they need to backtrack.
Our
So
bus had
crazy.
had a great time with it, though. We were all just
That's
killing
so
ourselves
funny.
laughing. It was so funny. It really made the tour. And then the tour guide started saying, people have left children on the bus before.
Mm,
When the tour is over, they have got up, got off, and taking pictures, and all of a sudden, she says, I always do a check. I always do a check of
yeah.
the bus so that if someone's left something behind, we can quickly give it to them
Yeah.
before the next people load on. And she said, and I come and here's this child about 4 years old sleeping in a seat, and his parents are outside taking pictures.
You think the
Can
parents
you
would
imagine?
remember? No, I can't imagine.
Like, how
That's
did they
pretty
not
bad
know that a
parenting.
4-year-old was not there?
Yeah.
That's the age where they're happy and excited, and like, you have to pay attention to them because they make you. It's Kevin all over again. Exactly. That's so funny. So yeah. So it was a pretty good. It was one of my favorite tours in Europe, like just little bus tours.
Where
But
was it? Was it England?
that was in
Or
Madrid,
oh, in
in
Madrid. Oh,
Spain.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Very cool.
So I never
Well,
got to England. I just
oh,
did
okay.
Spain, Greece, and Italy.
Oh, I mean, you did the warm places, so that's really all that matters.
Oh, it was perfect. 27 and sunny.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay, well, that's a hilarious story. Wally, I feel for you. I'm sure life is a drag. You're on vacation, Europe, it's your dream, and you just have don't wear that. Don't eat this. You take your medicine.
Exactly.
We were at my kids' soccer 2 weeks ago, and there's parents of one of the kids on the team, and then her parents come to watch. And so grandma and grandpa, and grandpa decides to sit on a different bleacher than grandma. And I thought, okay,
I
they're
wonder
close,
why.
whatever. And then he's sitting there and he's watching, and she barks across the bleachers, sit up straight. Your posture isn't good right now. And he's just like, and you could see him, and he was so resistant. And then he sits up straight. And she's like, I told you to do this, blah, 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 blah. But it's funny because I actually noticed them walking into the building, and you have to go up the stairs for the soccer. And he just like, she could barely even walk, and he just like left her. And I thought, oh, that's weird. No,
That's not
no,
very
it's not.
nice of him.
No, it's not. No, I see why. She just
Exactly.
barks orders. And so now every time we see them, I'm like, oh, well, I'm sure he's happy today because she's not here.
Peace and quiet. He's on his own side of the bleachers.
Well, just like so embarrassing, barking across the bleachers during grandkids soccer. It's like, mind your business. I will be a hunchback if I want to be a hunchback. Thank you.
Literally.
Ron says, now you know why I'm single. Yeah, we're not all like this, Ron.
Exactly. Exactly. Not all of us are like that. Most of us couldn't give a shit if you're slumping, Ron. I'm just going to put that out there.
I'm a hunchback. I'm always like this. So if someone told me to
I consciously have to
whoa,
think about
it's
sitting
so
up straight.
unnatural. Like this is unnatural. This very
Yeah.
comfortable. So I just need to like tape that ruler to my back. And then every time I try and bend, it pulls my skin. So that's what I need to do.
Ooh.
Yeah, heard that.
That's interesting.
All right. Well, we got 10 minutes left for our show. So why don't I end it with some, more happy news. I'm glad that your last story was hilarious. But some more Home Alone fun facts. So we did this yesterday, like I said, but we wanted more. The people want more facts about Home Alone. So here we go. It is one of the highest grossing live action comedies ever.
What?
No surprise. No surprise.
Wow. Okay.
To date, it's made over 476 million at the box office, just behind Bruce Almighty, which had 484, and The Hangover, which had 469.
The Hangover beat it?
The Hangover was so funny. The first one?
It was
the
okay.
first one was so good.
It was okay, but Home Alone was better, I think.
Totally. But I mean, it's so interesting. Yes, Home Alone has had more years than the other ones. But it also is like we have more money. Movies cost way more now. And so the fact that it still has made 476 million
Holy
dollars,
smokes.
crazy. Bruce Almighty was a great movie as well.
Yeah, Bruce Almighty was good. Yeah.
Hilarious. Well, Home Alone had a record-breaking run at the box office. It opened at number 1 and then stayed there for 12 weeks until February 10th, 1991, long after people had taken down their Christmas decorations, of course. It currently stands as the 5th longest number 1 ever, being beaten out by Tootsie. So was that Dustin Hoffman?
Yeah, Dustin Hoffman.
Beverly Hills Cop, Titanic, and E.T.
I can see a Titanic and E.T., but Beverly Hills Cop is
I'm shocked by that one.
Yeah, that's a little surprising for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, Eddie Murphy in the 80s, I mean.
Oh, he was the man. I had a crush on him in the 80s.
Yeah. What else were people doing in the 80s? Going to an arcade, smoking pot, doing cocaine? I don't know. I just imagine this is what the 80s was all about.
A lot of pot in the 80s.
A lot of pot, a lot of cocaine.
This is what I hear. I'm not saying it was personal.
Yeah. It was born as a result of John Hughes' travel anxiety. So in 2015, the Chicago Magazine collected an oral history of Home Alone with an intro by James Hughes, who was the son of legendary writer-director John Hughes. He explained that in the film, his father had thought of this during a family trip to Europe in 1989. He said that his father would think, like, what if I accidentally left one of these kids behind on my trip? And so that's where this movie was created from.
Awesome.
So like real life anxiety.
Did they say how much it cost to make?
We'll see. I'm not sure. I actually didn't read through all of these yet. So
okay.
We'll find out. If not, Ron can look it up. John Hughes wrote the first draft of the script in just 9 days. So, I mean, that's probably why there's some plot holes, but wow. I mean, it's pretty awesome.
That's incredibly quick.
Yeah, very. Mm-hmm. Chris Columbus, the director, he was supposed to do National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation and chose this one instead, which is interesting because they're quite a few years apart, but I guess they had it in the works.
And National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is a classic as well.
It is another awesome movie, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. And actually, if you go on further, it says Chris Columbus always wanted to direct a Christmas movie, and he was up for National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation until he met Chevy Chase, and Chevy treated him like dirt. So he said, there's no way I can do this movie. I know I need to work, but I can't with this guy. And then so the script for Home Alone came, a few years later.
Well, good for him to sticking to his principles and putting up boundaries. Good for him.
Yep, totally. 18 million. That's it. Interesting.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't think it would be like hundreds of millions back in the 80s.
I mean, there's not really a lot of set. There's an airport. There's a airplane, which is, there's Chicago.
A store.
Yeah, a store, a church. I'm guessing these are real life landmarks in Chicago as well.
I would imagine, yeah.
So, the movie wasn't actually budgeted for fake snow. The associate producer, Mark Radcliffe, had explained that a blizzard on the second day of shooting meant that the rest of the movie had to have snow in the background throughout it. So and we were talking yesterday, in the second movie, they'd actually paid all this money for fake snow, and then there was a blizzard. So then they didn't even need it. And then in the first one, I guess they weren't planning on having snow, and then it had a blizzard, and then they just had to have snow from then on out. So they said that whenever the snow was melting, they were spraying ice, and then they had problems with the ice. And then the next thing, they were literally laying bags of ice on top of it to create snow.
Holy
what a mess. What a mess. So I bet you a huge part of their budget was their ice budget.
Absolutely. And paying people to do, do all of that, all the extras that they didn't account for.
Yeah, exactly. The part where they're like, Buzz, your girlfriend, woof. That's actually the director's. Oh, it's the director's son. I read it was the director's girlfriend. That's hilarious. No wonder they thought she was not a very attractive girl. It's the director's son done up like an unattractive girl because Columbus felt it would be too cruel to make fun of an actual teenage girl. That's fair. I appreciate that. Fair.
But, and obviously the son had a good sense of humor, or he did it because he had to. I don't know. But
yeah, right.
Hopefully he was laughing too.
Yeah, he's like, I'm Chris Columbus. You are going to dress up because you're my son.
Exactly.
Remember the Santa character? It's a very small part. He's the one that puts Tic Tacs in Kevin's paw when he asks him, like he finds him and he's got his beard down and he's smoking a cigarette. And he's like, I know you're not the real Santa, but I also know how it works. So anyway, I guess Chris Farley was the one who originally auditioned for that role.
Oh,
But I don't know. I don't know why he didn't get it. Oh, I know why. Because he says that he was out all night and had just been dropped off after a night of shenanigans. So Chris Farley came in all hungover and was trying to audition.
perfect. That's perfect for that role, actually. That would have been,
Yeah, true. Well,
yeah.
it said that Farley was making all kinds of cat calls to the girls who worked in the office, and he was thinking,
Oh,
oh boy. So it didn't go very well. And he walked in and then he walked right out. And yeah,
okay. Yeah.
that was it.
Then that's, yeah.
Nothing like some sexual harassment.
Yeah.
Well, it was
Yeah.
the early 90s. It was all about it then.
But it's amazing. Exactly. It's amazing what people got away with back then or what was acceptable.
Totally. Totally. And he was a
Yeah.
famous actor. So
Yeah. So he could do whatever he wanted.
gross.
Yeah. Yep.
Gross. Home Alone is not the only Christmas movie set in Chicago or filmed in Chicago. Movies like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Christmas Vacation, Bad Moms Christmas, Christmas with the Cranks, Office Christmas Party.
Oh my God, Office Christmas Party. I just saw that the other day.
I watched it on Saturday myself. So funny.
So funny.
Hilarious. Yeah. Great movie. Macaulay Culkin beat out 200 other kids for his role.
Wow.
There was, you know what? There was something about Macaulay Culkin. He had this little spark.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
He was sassy, but kind of sweet. He was cute.
Yeah.
You know, the blonde hair, blue eyes that everyone used to want. So yeah, 200 other kids and he beat them out.
That's
He
incredible.
said that as soon as he saw him, it was like immediately like, no, we need this.
So, yeah, this is our guy.
Yeah.
But like you say, perfect mix of sassy and sweet.
Totally. Yeah. Macaulay actually played on set with Daniel Stern's kids. So Marv, you know, one of the wet bandits, he would bring his kids to the set and Macaulay would play with them. Nice. So that's nice. It kind of humanizes him because I know we were talking about this yesterday that Joe Pesci would actually stay in characters so that Macaulay Culkin was scared of him.
Oh, really?
Kind of crappy. He had made a comment about like everyone caters to this kid and he goes like, I don't do that. And I think he appreciates that. But yeah, he would stay in set to keep that tension there. But I guess, you know, Daniel Stern was the opposite. He brought his kids and they would play and stuff.
So, and you know what? You got to respect Joe Pesci for that a little bit. Hey,
totally.
Because otherwise it kept it authentic, right?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I mean, he almost didn't need to though, because like Kevin never really acted afraid of the wet bandits. He was always one step ahead of them. But yeah, you're right. He's a method actor and it works and the chemistry is perfect in the movie. So that's great.
I wonder if he was said, hey, Macaulay,
man, sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry about that. Just
I don't know.
The movie.
Yeah, who knows? So remember the scene where they finally catch him at the very end and they hang him up on the door and he's like, I'm going to bite all your fingers off and shoot you or whatever. Well, he actually bit Macaulay Culkin's fingers by, I don't know if it was by accident, but it says that it actually left a permanent scar on his finger.
Oh my God.
So maybe they just wanted it to be real. More of that authentic acting there.
Wow. That's not even nice.
Right?
Oh, man.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe he's a meanie.
Yeah.
I'm going to research that now. Maybe Joe Pesci is just an arsehole.
Yeah, maybe he sucks.
Yeah. Maybe it's just not nice.
This is kind of a fun fact, nothing to do with Home Alone, but one of the sisters here, it was the older sister, Megan. She actually quit acting after Home Alone 2 and went on to pursue judo. And she was both in the 96 and the 2000 Olympics.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah, good for her.
Wow. Yeah, that is really good. That's a 360, like in a career choice. That's totally. Completely different.
Huge difference. Yeah. How about this? The home. The home is so iconic. People always talk about this house. It is a real house. You can see it now. It's all renovated and it looks so different. The homeowners of the house actually lived in it during filming.
Are you kidding me?
Weird.
How could they?
Because they were supposed to stay in a rented apartment for 5 weeks, but as The former homeowner said it didn't take 4 to 5 weeks. They were just setting up production and dismantling everything for 5.5 months. In that time, we spent 3 nights in an apartment. So yeah, to be like, I'm sure they got paid handsomely. Let's put it that way. But to be kicked out of your house for 5 months, no, you're just going to stay there. And it's massive. So, I mean, just go to the other wing.
Exactly. I'm sure there was places they could stay in there that weren't filmed in very often or didn't get filmed
sure.
in even, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure. You know the part where he cuts down a little tree and he brings it into his house and he decorates it by the window and then he sees the reflection of the bad guys in the ball.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he actually cut down that tree himself in the backyard.
Did he really?
Yeah, apparently.
Wow.
Little sweetheart, little 10-year-old trying to cut down a tree. So it says that one of the homeowners said that it wasn't a fake tree. When her parents got home and they looked in the backyard, they saw, actually half of our tree has been cut down.
Surprise.
So funny.
Merry Christmas.
Hilarious. But I mean, it's like a 10-year-old kid, and they were probably paid like $1 million to rent the
Absolutely.
house.
So and I'm sure they would have been responsible for replacing that tree.
I'm sure they were. Chuck is here finally.
Hey,
Chuck, only at 9:00 when you're supposed to be here an hour ago. That's okay. That's totally fine. Good to see you. We're just finishing up.
Chuck. No slouching.
Come on, we're just finishing up some Home Alone facts here to add on to yesterday's. So you know the iconic shaving moment where he shaves his face and then puts the Brute on? And I've tried Brute. It's painful. I put it on like my armpits or my legs. It is not fun.
Yeah. No,
it says that it was an accident. So they said that it was written so that he would just quickly touch his face and then drop his hands. However, he kept his hands there for whatever reason. He did not know. And then he didn't move his hands, and then it made everyone laugh, and then he screamed because it hurt. So all of that was not intended, but it was perfect for the movie.
Absolutely. He was divinely done. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You probably know this, but Macaulay is not the only Culkin in Home Alone. His little brother is Fuller, the one who wets the bed and drinks too much Pepsi. That's his younger brother, who actually went on to have a pretty successful career. So,
was not aware of that.
Yeah, they look identical. So
what did he do? What did Fuller do?
He was the one who pees the bed. He's the little guy who can't have too much Pepsi. He has to share a bed with him. That's his little brother in real life. But yeah, if you Google Kieran Culkin, he's done quite a few movies. He's actually quite well known now in Hollywood.
Right. Okay.
It says that Kieran actually had no idea what Home Alone was even about when filming. He was speaking to the Los Angeles Times last Christmas, and he shared that he had no clue when he was shooting the film. He was like, I was told to drink Coke, wear the glasses, say the things that I memorized, look cute, and go home. As he would have been like 7 or 8, probably. Just a little
on a need-to-know basis. He didn't need to know the whole plot. He had a small part in it. Done and done.
Yeah, totally. And here's the last fun fact here. Everyone has talked about this. I want to know what Kevin's dad did to afford such a luxury. Yes. How do you pay for 25 people to go to Paris? How do you pay for everyone to go to Florida? How do you pay for, everyone wants to know. So it says that Catherine O'Hara has actually weighed in on this. So for years, like I said, fans have been pointing out that a house that size, flying the entire family, they must be loaded. After an investigation into the viral controversy, the New York Times even reported that the family must have been in the top 1% of earners in the Chicagoland area. So just this last year, Catherine O'Hara, as we know, is the mom in this, gave her opinion on the topic, saying, I guess Peter had his own religion. She said, Church of the McAllisters. She also said it's possible that it was inherited wealth. But if it was inherited, wouldn't the cheap brother also have had it?
True.
Oh, Kevin's dad owns strip clubs? Facts? What?
Wow.
What do you mean?
Wow.
Interesting. Not so family.
That would explain it. That would explain it.
Totally. Anyways, those are just some cute, fun facts about Home Alone. I will put them to bed, although I'm sure I could still continue to find fun facts about the show. But
I love it.
That is it for us today. We are back tomorrow. It's going to be Kyle and Ron, and then JJ and Luana on Thursday. And we are here at 10 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Mountain, and of course, 9 a.m. Sharon and Chuck's time.
That's right.
Yes, we are doing Aviation Week, so stay tuned for more stories about airplanes I guess, however that looks.
All things
You can
aviation.
check out. Sorry, go on.
Sorry, I just said all things aviation.
All things aviation. That's right. You can check out. Oh no, backwards. You can check out Sharon at Holy Shift Balls. The show is on Rhode Island Broadcasting. It is on our platform. So if you go to Rhode you can find it. Same with my show, Abounding and Alive. Both of them air. Sharon's on Thursday, mine's on Friday. So you can check us out there.
Right. Holy
All right.
Shift Balls live Thursday every Thursday morning at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time.
Awesome. Well, everybody, you have a wonderful day. Enjoy the snowy weather if that's what you have. Chuck, enjoy living in God's country with your sun beating down on your skin, getting a tan in the middle of winter. I'm going to go shovel 18 feet of snow. That happened last night. So,
Oh, and it's on its way to us. So thanks for that.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Have
That's
a good
very
day,
rude.
everybody.
All right. Bye, guys.